Hi, it's me. I don't think I need to name any names. You probably know who I am by now. I guess the reason I'm writing this is because I want to say goodbye. You never did, and, well, how do I put this into words? I guess say goodbye and just put everything down on paper, how I'm feeling. I haven't really been able to talk to anyone about it. You were the person I would have talked to about it, but we both know we won't be talking again. I don't even think I'm going to send this letter. It's just a coping method for me. I've always felt better about things by writing them down, and this is no exception. I already feel a little bit less hurt. But the truth is, I do feel hurt. I don't understand why you left. And you left without ever saying goodbye. I don't get it. And at night I lie awake in my bed and I think, what did I do wrong? What did I do to make you want to leave? I know we broke up for reasons that were out of both of our control. You didn't want it, I didn't want it. Neither of us wanted to separate, but sometimes that's just how life is, right? It still kind of hurts to think about it, and I don't feel like I can talk about it with other people. I remember you said you needed to take some time away from everything to try and calm down and cope. And I did the same thing. I've been spending less time around our friends. Less time around anybody, actually. And I only started getting back to talking to people so that they wouldn't think I'd offed myself or something stupid like that. I don't know. That sounds like a bit of a overreaction, but honestly, I don't know. In context, I got low. I felt bad. For a little while, I wanted to get angry, I wanted to blame someone. I couldn't blame you. I still can't. To this day, I still can't see a single flaw in anything about you. You made me feel happy. I think you made everybody feel happy. That's just the kind of person you are. It's why everyone loved spending time around you, and why no one ever had anything bad to say, because there was nothing bad. I know in a lot of our talks, you kept warning me that eventually I was going to be disappointed if I kept putting you on a pedestal. That you had your fair share of flaws, and I needed to reconcile with that. I don't think I ever did. As far as I'm concerned, you were and you are perfect. The best person I've ever met. I'm trying to move on. I don't know if I ever will, but I'm trying. Or I was trying. I felt a little better about things. 3, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many weeks it's been since things ended between us. I was finally starting to feel like maybe I could put this all behind me. Some of the only things I ever said when I, showed up to social events and talked to either of our friends was asking about you. I wanted to know that you were okay. I still hope you are, wherever you went. No one had heard from you. No one has heard from you. And I've been worried. I try to convince myself that you're okay, that you're already over me, and maybe you've already found somebody else. And then I get low thinking that, because the idea of you having moved on and being happy with someone who isn't me is, well, it hurts. And I know that's selfish. I get it. It's selfish and clingy and kind of stupid. But you still really mean a lot to me. Above all, I want to... I don't know what I want to do. Apologize. People who I have talked to about it, the very few people who actually knew about us, have told me that what happened isn't my fault. That it's nobody's fault. And they're right. It was out of our control, out of our hands. But I still feel like it was mine. I can't shake how guilty it makes me. Not just because you got hurt and that I got hurt, but because we all lost you. I figured you would take some time and then you'd come back. And even though you weren't mine, you'd still be in my life. I'd still be able to talk to you. You'd still be there. And every time I asked, no one had heard from you. Until a few days ago. When I asked one more time if anyone had heard from you, if anyone had talked to you, and someone told me you were gone. I thought at first that they had to be wrong. There must have been a mistake or something. So I went to see you. And they were right. You up and left. Didn't tell anyone. Never said goodbye. I'm sure you had your own reasons. And I'm sure they were good reasons. You're a smart girl. And you're sensible. You wouldn't have made that kind of decision if you didn't have a reason. You're not impulsive like I am. But because I'm impulsive and irrational, I immediately figured it was because of me. That I did something. Maybe you thought that I moved on already. That no one would miss you. If that is the case, then you thought wrong. Because I do. We all do. I won't tell you or ask you to come back. I know you left for a reason, and that's something I have to live with. But I still miss you. And I still wish that you would come back. I've gotten worse again. I was recovering, and now, suddenly, I don't know what to do. I cry all the time, and I feel just awful because of it. I mean, I haven't cried in years. I'm a man. I'm supposed to be stone cold. Some man. I'm lucky. I still have people who are willing to support me. Those of our friends who did know you and I were a thing have done their best to hold me up. I haven't told anyone else. I know you wanted to keep things under wraps until they got serious between us, but I guess they never will, so nobody knows. I kept that promise. I'm good at making people think I'm okay. It's what I've been doing every time I see our friends. I've been trying to act more like my old self, trying to convince them that nothing's wrong. But it feels like everything's wrong. I would have given you everything if you'd asked me to. I would have quit my job. I would have sold everything I owned and followed you if I knew where you went. Even as creepy and possessive as that sounds. The only reason I don't is because I don't know where you went, and because I figured that's not what you would want. Part of it is that I love you more than I love myself. And I want you to be happy. more than I care about me being happy. If I do end up sending this to you, please don't respond. I don't want to hear from you again, mostly because I know I'll just break down. Or I'll get infatuated again. It's better for both of us that this is goodbye. I'm never going to forget you. Never. For the rest of my life. Hell, right after we first broke up, it was actually affecting my health, if you can believe it. I couldn't sleep at night. I had no appetite. I've lost a lot of weight since then. And not in a good way. I was never a very big guy, but I'm even smaller now. I'm trying to get healthy again. I'm trying to live the way I used to live because I know that if you were still here, that's what you would have wanted. God, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm rambling, and I should probably wrap this up. I've decided I'm not going to send this letter. I don't even know what address I would send it to. I don't know where you went. Nobody knows where you went. So I'll close things out by saying that if you ever come back, I'll still be here. You told me that I should move on, that I should get over you, but I can't. Maybe someday I'll be able to, but for now, I can't. I wasn't exaggerating when I told you I loved you. Every single day when we would talk, or call, or text. I wasn't joking. I meant what I said. I do love you. And I do care about you. And I want you to be happy. So, yeah. I'll be waiting in the wings if you ever come back. You mean the world to me. I'll say it now. I'll say it 1,000,000 times. I love you.